Hey, Greg.
How's it going, Tim?
Fantastic.
All right.
I tied you. A fantasy baseball team's coming around.
That's right. We're rocking in 6th and 7th place, respectively.
That's right. Middle of the pack. That's where you want to be this time of year.
It's
not
true.
Too strong.
Yep.
Not too far behind.
See, the Mets are just playing possum.
Uh-huh.
They're just slowly sucking it up, losing 2 out of 3 to the Miami Marlins to rope-a-dope everybody else in the league, thinking that they're done, and then they're just going to turn it on and win the East.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So when it happens, you heard it here first.
All right. And the Phillies came out way too strong, right?
Yep, that's
okay.
right. You know, it was a really cool idea what you came up with all the different events yearly that happened on May 24th, whatever year it was. And then, you know, this episode is coming out on the 24th. So you got a great little list here. You want to start oldest to newest here in the 80s and up to now? Some cool things that happened?
Sure. That sounds good.
All right.
So I thought this was pretty funny, and I assume this ended on the 24th because the amount of time obviously would not fit into the 24th when I tell you what it is. And that was that a gentleman named Reginald Hofstetler trode water for 985 hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane, right?
The weirdest thing about that is that he probably went to the bathroom while treading water.
Multiple times. So if we do a quick little bit of higher math here and we do a little division, that says 41 days that he was treading water.
I got to call bull on this.
I would think his skin would have wrinkled up and fallen off his body if he was in water that long.
Well, he got a job as one of the California raisins afterwards. So,
right. Yeah, getting that spokesperson, job was worth it, I guess.
How did he sleep?
I have no idea. I mean, yeah, there's so many questions. I think maybe we're gonna have to try to reach out to Reginald, see if we can get some more information from him.
My first question is why.
He was really bored. I just started treading water, and then I got to the edge of town. I just kept treading water. Yeah.
With a name like Reginald Hofstetler, it's got to be some guy from Britain, right?
It does sort of. I wouldn't be surprised if he did it in the English Channel.
Exactly. Yeah. They love their English Channel, don't they?
They do.
They seem a little bit obsessed with it.
It's too funny.
The next year, 1987, the Golden Gate Bridge celebrated its 50th anniversary by having 800,000 people show up, and over 300,000 walked across the bridge at the same time.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that it temporarily flattened like the arc of the bridge. I don't think I'd want to be standing on that if that's happening. I don't want to test its tensile strength and just start hearing, the popping of all those cables or something,
Yeah.
It seems a little crazy.
You're just begging for a
natural
problem.
disaster. Or not natural disaster. Industrial disaster, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the engineers knew what they were talking about.
300,001 would have been too many.
Yeah.
But 300,000 was fine.
It's like every great disaster movie has to have a clip of the Golden Gate Bridge just getting destroyed.
Yeah,
so
twisting in the wind and snapping. That's Godzilla walks through it. Yeah. Okay, so in the vein of the first one, here's another record. John Machida set a record for fast talking, 586 words per minute.
Got nothing on my wife. Sorry. I'm in trouble.
Yeah. No, I can't imagine. I mean, I know I've heard like auctioneers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But 586 words, that's ridiculous.
I have a feeling I actually know who that guy is.
Really?
Not personally, he's not my neighbor or anything. But do you remember the Micro Machine commercial?
Oh yeah.
And there was a guy going.
Yeah.
I bet you that's that guy.
Yeah, there's a good chance of it. So again, I did some higher math on this one, and just shy of 10 words per second.
Holy crow!
Yeah. So
that's a lot.
Yeah. I can barely stumble through one in a second. So
there you go.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. In 1989, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade came out, which was, we know, directed by Steven Spielberg, starred Harrison Ford, Sean Connery, and it was produced by George Lucas. and his Lucasfilms, which I think that was probably my favorite one, to be honest with you. I don't know. You got a favorite Indiana Jones movie?
I think that one probably ranks pretty high up there for me as well. That's a good one. A lot of fun adventure or action built into the adventure of the story, and it's just great.
The dog's name was Indiana.
That was solid. That might be you had that one in your back pocket. You're waiting for me to cue this up after all 57 episodes. You're waiting for that one. That's great.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you seen the newer Indiana Jones?
I haven't seen it. No. Have you?
No. I hear they're so bad. I don't even want to invest the time.
Yeah. I mean, the last one I saw was the one that had Shia LaBeouf in it, where it seemed like they were trying to pass the torch. It was the Crystal Skull, I think.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, right? Yeah.
And it seemed like they were gonna like try to, pull Harrison out of it and let Shia take it over, and then he went off the deep end and just do it. Do it. If anyone hasn't seen that clip, I'll put it on YouTube. It's quite the motivational speech that Shia LaBeouf gives.
I don't know if I know that, so you'll have to definitely do that.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. But yeah, I've that one was not great, and then with the new one, I don't know. I guess maybe I should have gone and seen it just to support the franchise because I love the early one so much. But no, I haven't seen it.
Now, the second one, did you see the second one in the theaters? I can't think of the name of it now. The one where he's in India with some pretty graphic scenes.
Yeah.
That movie is just awesome. Like, it's not a very good movie, but as a little kid, you're like, oh my God. It was so wild. The bugs, and they're sitting at the table. Yeah. Oh, it was so gross.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
So in other entertainment news, in 1989 as well, same day, Weird Al Yankovic records 3 tracks for the UHF soundtrack.
Nice. His cult classic movie.
Yes.
Fantastic. We should do a whole episode on UHF, really.
Yeah, we definitely have to. We've waited this long. We got to pull that up soon.
Definitely. Yeah. 7 years later, in 1996, Leslie Nielsen came out with another one of those spoof movies, Spy Hard.
Yeah. Did you see it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I do remember seeing it. I was a big fan of the Naked Gun movies, and so yeah, I know I saw it. Specifics of it, I'd be hard pressed to give you anything, but I know I saw it.
Yeah.
And then I threw this one in outside of our 80s and 90s that we usually try to keep our topics to. But this, because of the age of our kids, I thought I just had to throw this in. In 2001, May 24th, a young man, 15 years old, a Sherpa, Temba Sherry, became the youngest person to climb to the top of Mount Everest.
Wow.
15 years old. I just, my kids are amazing and they can do anything that they put their mind to, but climbing Everest at 15, wow. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, as a parent, I don't even think I could entertain the idea of letting them try.
No way.
Yeah. But obviously, I mean, Sherpas, that's their life. That's what they do. And I'm sure it was a tremendous honor for, anyone related to them to have them complete that at 15. But that's crazy.
It's really risky.
Oh, yeah.
When you see the statistics of those who climb and don't succeed at Mount Everest, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I was obsessed with Everest a bunch of years ago.
Oh, yeah?
I read the book Into Thin Air.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know any of the premise of it. I won't go into too much detail, but the main thing was that there was a writer who was invited to go on one of the excursions. They get a group of people, they all go together, they have a master climber who sort of leads the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the guy who was in charge of it was like one of the elite.
Oh.
And so there was a mailman who had tried, I think, 2 or 3 times and never succeeded in getting there.
Yeah.
There was a couple other like unique individuals, and so the whole thing is that there's a storm brewing.
Oh.
And the guy who's running it kind of knows deep down inside like this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But because this is the last shot for the mailman, there's the guy who's writing the story. There's like all these circumstances that sort of cloud his judgment, which in the past had been impeccable, obviously, because he had done it, and never died on the mountain.
Clearly.
And then it ends up that this storm hits, and like the majority of them end up perishing.
Really?
The the writer is one of the few who survives.
Okay.
The leader of the group is, he doesn't make it down.
He doesn't.
And it's a tragic story.
Oof.
But on the heels of that, there was a show, I want to say on like I don't know, Discovery or something like
Mm-hmm.
that, following these groups that were climbing it like with, cameras and everything.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I want to do, like, I ran a marathon this was closer to when I ran a marathon. I'm like, oh, it's the next adventure. I'm going to climb Everest.
Yeah.
And then, like, I have kids, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna climb Everest. That's ridiculous. I had a hard enough time breathing in Colorado, let alone, up on top of Everest. So, yeah.
They have pictures. I'll check out the pictures.
Exactly. Yeah. You can get a GoPro video of somebody doing it, and just put it on your 70-inch TV and pretend you're doing it. So.
Yeah. Scary.
Wild. Yeah.
But that's cool.
Yeah. It was pretty neat.
Yeah. Hey, Tim.
Hey, Greg.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
All right. I thought that for this episode, I was in a waiting room somewhere and everybody's just on their phone. And I started thinking, like, boy, we never had that. And when we were kids, we had to entertain ourselves, whether it's school or whatever.
Sure.
And I was like, well, how did I entertain myself other than, watching raindrops go down the car window, right? And I was like, well, we used paper a lot,
sure.
Right? It was the easiest, it was the most available thing. And I was like, wow, we came up with some pretty fun, creative things to do with paper.
Yeah.
As lame as that sounds, I sound like Michael Scott from Dunder Mifflin, how important paper is. But, can you think of any things you did with paper as a kid, that entertained yourself with school classmates? What were some of the things that comes to mind when you think of that?
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind, and this was probably like growing up, my dad was the one who always would kind of promote this idea, was that we'd play either card football, where we'd just take a business card and we'd kind of flick it across the table, or like a flat surface.
Sure.
And so you'd make like a goal with your hand, kind of do like the horns, like at a rock concert, and then you would flick the card across. Or actually, I'm wrong. On card football, you would just flick it and try to get it to stop partway off the table.
It had to.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm thinking of we'd do like a soccer where we'd roll up like a straw. We'd flick the straw ball.
Sure.
But then we just play football by making the little football. The little triangular football. And then
absolutely.
you do the
the two fingers, the thumbs together with the index pointing up, and you flick it. So do you remember how to make a paper football?
If I was asked to, I might be able to.
Let's give it a shot here.
All right,
I brought paper.
All right.
Let's see. It's funny because I would do this, like when the kids were little, we would do this at like restaurants with like the little napkin, the piece of thing that holds the napkin together.
Sure.
So I'm trying to think if I can remember how to do it. I think you go like this. I'm folding mine in half.
I'm doing the same.
Do you do it again?
I'm going to fold. Yeah, I'm going for I feel like I use sort of a similar technique for folding notes in school.
Oh, that's another one. I forgot about that. How many notes did you pass to friends in school?
I was, I guess as a kid, I was always afraid of notes getting, found by teachers.
Okay. So
I was not one to write a lot of notes.
Really?
Yeah. I'd let the girls write notes to me, but I wasn't.
Playa.
All right. So I've gone.
You're
with
doing it.
So I
see what you're doing.
I went a quarter fold or a half. I don't know what I did here. Another fold and then another.
All right, so I'm doing a little different. I did fold it in half and then half again, but then I'm just starting at the bottom with a triangle, and then slowly folding my way upward.
Right.
Got like some kind of high tech option going on there.
I don't know. I think I've confused myself.
All
so
right.
If you're listening at home and you have a special folding technique, I encourage you to try yourself. And if you're driving, please be careful.
Let's see. All right, so I beat you to it. It was a race.
Greg won.
I got it.
I changed techniques a little bit, sort of partway through, I think.
That is a wild technique, Tim.
Yeah, I don't know if I remember exactly the final move here.
It's like origami.
Yeah. I feel like it was inspired by, like, there was a toy that was sort of like the Rubik's Cube.
Oh,
It was like the snake kind of thing. It sort of followed some of those. Yeah, I totally screwed this up.
Do you want to use mine?
Yeah, go for it. Greg wins.
All right, we're gonna go quick. Now, how did you play the game? I'll tell you.
We'd go on a point, and then you would flick off the point.
Okay. Now, did you do the part where you would hit it across the table?
I think like our card football that we used, the business card, was similar to that you would hit it across and try to get it. And if you got on the edge of the table, then you scored, and then you would get the extra point.
Yeah. And if you ran your hand straight across, and if it touched
moved,
it, if it moved, All right, so let's go. One shot each here.
All right.
Let's poke each other's eye out. That's what I always get freaked out. I'm going to get hit in the eye. Oh. No. Wide right, Scott Norwood. I'm scared.
Laces out.
He's going to poke my eye out.
Oh, yeah, I got my... Oh. Fell out. There was some wind. Fell off the... a little short.
I think
low.
I think it was low. Yeah. All right, we lost it.
Oh, that was good, though. That was fun.
That was nice.
Yeah.
So we did not have, our phones to play games. We played with little paper footballs.
That's right. Anything else that you remember besides the... paper footballs?
There was this one that I used to do, which was a lot of fun. A friend showed me, and not many people knew this. And I'm curious if you've ever heard of this. It's called a paper popper.
Paper popper. Okay.
Have you ever heard of this?
It sounds familiar, but I think I'd have to maybe see
it. All right. Well, do me a favor. Scroll down there, because I don't remember how to make it precisely. Start like this. And so... this was always fun as a kid if you were really a jerk kid, because you would make it, and then when the teacher's back was to the board or back to the class, you would whip it out, make a loud noise, and then sit down and try not to laugh.
Oh, yeah. Now that you say it, I definitely remember. Yeah, it was, you kind of like snap
it down.
Yeah. I remember these.
All right, now go.
Okay, so
you got your full. Okay, cool.
I thought it was a double fold. Am I wrong?
It is, and that's just you got it.
Okay, all right.
All right, so we folded it in half, unfolded, folded it in half again, and now we're folding the corners in along one of the creases, the long end, right?
Mm-hmm. So this is fantastic audio, as you can see with your ears what we're doing.
Whose idea was this again?
So we've done this on both ends. We've folded in the corners.
Okay. I think I'm remembering this now. Wait, I'm not ready yet. I'm catching up.
So then once you've made your sort of long, wide diamond shape, then you're folding upward in half again.
So there's a flat at the top. So the flat edge is at the top.
Right.
Okay. Then, I remember this.
Now we fold that corner up to make the diamond shape a second time.
There you go.
Folding. Keep those papers folding.
And then I remember the last step. Fold it in half.
And then you're going to hold the corner and you're going
point
to
down.
Yeah.
And then you're going to ready? 3, 2, 1. And then that little thing pops out. Look at that.
Very nice.
Yeah. And I used to like this always, like if you you open it up a little bit, it looks like a Darth Vader ship coming in.
Yeah, definitely. Very fun.
There you go.
Yeah. So kids, if you want to make a paper popper, we will put the link to how to make a paper popper.
That's it.
Up on our website. You can. It didn't snap.
Point down.
Yeah, I had it upside down, kids. There it is. I almost struck out two fouls and then there. Greg's got it.
There you go.
There it is. That's fun.
Good things we learned when we were kids.
Yeah.
How about the traditional paper airplane, Tim?
The paper airplane. I feel like I always, as a kid, pretty much made the same paper airplane, which was just fold it in half, fold it in half, fold it in half until it got pretty narrow on the wings.
Yeah.
And then occasionally I do like a paper clip or something on the nose to try to give it some weight. Or, slide it back a little bit to get the right, weight distribution. How about you?
I did the basic generic airplane that didn't really go very far, but and then I always had the other one. I had that one friend across the street, and he knew how to make like some really sleek ones.
Mm-hmm. I would also do like on the wings. I would fold the tip up on the wing because I felt like that was that was what I was missing. Just that little extra.
That's gonna make a difference.
Yeah, but then when Jack was a kid, we I forget if he got it as a gift or something, but we had a book that had, 50 different airplane folding techniques in it. And some of them, they were like, I think it even had like where you fold like dotted lines and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them were really good. Like it was amazing how far they would go. And some of them were super pointy too. Those are the ones that take an eye out without a doubt.
Yep.
Yeah. But that was fun.
Yeah. For a little while, they were all about paper airplanes, right? That
Yeah.
little brief period, third grade or something like that.
Probably.
They were just so excited about it.
Yeah. And rockets were, that was sort of the antithesis of the paper airplane was the actual rocket that had like the igniter in it. Yeah. So those were always a good time.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I think we launched one time.
We
right?
did. Yeah. I remember it was like a random Saturday.
Yeah.
You're like, do you want to come launch some rockets at the park? And Jack was like, yes.
And we immediately fired at it into like the middle of like the sticker bushes, the poison ivy, the poison sumac, and we're like, nope. Yep. So long, rocket.
Yeah, they're all one shots. You rarely get one of those back because
Yeah.
they inevitably either burn up or something goes wrong, or they end up in the middle of nowhere.
Now, I think there was one more thing that I remember, which I bet you remember. Remember those fortune tellers?
Oh yeah.
You do that.
Yeah.
Problem is, I have no idea how to make one, Tim. Do you?
I feel like I failed making the football, so I might be wrong about this, but I feel like the big thing with those is that it needed to be a square. So what we would do is we would fold the paper kind of corner to corner.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you. Should I follow you? Or
sure.
Do you not know what you're doing?
I probably don't.
Okay.
We're going to see. So we would do that, and then you get that little bit of, on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, you have that little extra because it's a rectangle. So we would take that, fold it, kind of score it, and then we would tear that section off.
Just rip it
so
off.
You get a square.
Okay. We're going to have to come up with some fun fortunes for you.
So then once you have that, now you've got your square sheet. So we would then fold it the opposite direction to get your 4 sections. And then I think it was just a matter of folding into the center, all 4 corners. And again, we're going to need some Jeopardy music in the background during this.
I could do my Sean Connery impersonation again.
Your best. Your best.
We have an instructional video, but we're not watching it.
And what's funny is that I'm probably leading us down a road that is completely incorrect.
Whenever I think about this, I think about the South Park episode where the boys think the girls have some magical fortune device.
Yeah.
That really tells the future.
Yeah.
So they go all out and try to steal it from them. And Butters dresses up as Margarine. All right. You're like 5 steps ahead of me, so I'm just gonna look like. You know what you're doing. I think you got it, dude.
Yeah, it might. And then you have to fold it in half again. Open up.
Oh yeah. Look at this guy.
Yeah. So you got little pockets.
Yeah.
Put your phalanges in there.
And you might need to bend it one.
Yeah, I think I have to fold it one more time. That's fine. Need that Sean Connery. There we go.
The dog's name was Indiana.
Yeah. So then you did this action.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 and then you pick your fortune.
And you lift it up,
and
there
it says, you eat your boogers. Yep. There it is. So again, kids, if you want to know how to make one of those, we will put a link up to the paper fortune construction.
There you go. We had to entertain ourselves back in the day. I think that's what the moral of this episode is.
Yeah. Well, and for what it's worth, as an adult with a mortgage and lots of stress for those 3 or 4 minutes while we were folding one of these, I was not thinking about any of that. I was fully engrossed in the process of making a paper fortune teller. So it's good stuff.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times with paper.
It's our new tagline for the podcast.
So, Tim, it's been a while and we haven't played a game.
I know. Our whole podcast it sits on top of a pedestal that is games, right?
And furthermore, we haven't played Blockbuster in even longer, our number 1 game.
I think that just sets it up right there. Right?
Now, before our audience turns off the episode, we're going to put a little twist on this Blockbuster game this time around. This is the different set of cards. And we're going to work, and Tim's going to pull a card, and it's going to say a name of a movie. He can't say the name of the movie, obviously. And he's going to have 10 seconds to count down from that wonderful buzzer. And then I'm going to have to guess that movie. If we get it right, we get 1 point, and then we switch, and it's my turn.
So sort of was it the $50,000
Yeah,
pyramid or whatever?
yeah. There you go.
Sort of like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the sound we don't want to hear.
That's the sound I hear all the time. All right. So do you want to go first? I will give you the clues.
Entirely up to you.
All right. I feel good about giving clues. We'll see how this goes.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
All right, go. Okay, David Bowie was in this film. It's a
Dune.
Good try. It's like when you're in a maze and you're trying to
Labyrinth.
Hey, there we go.
Okay, this movie is a creepy guy in a white mask.
Scream.
No, older.
Phantom of the Opera. Halloween.
Yes.
Okay. This is about a bunch of kids who have wands and
Harry Potter.
The first one.
Sorcerer's Stone.
Very good.
Okay. I was recently doing jury duty. They were a mixture of people who may or may not have been happy, but they
12
were...
Angry Men.
Yes.
We just talked about this. It involves a bunch of animals. It's animated. The uncle kills the father.
Oh, Lion King.
Yes.
Look at us. We're never going to... It's an old 40s and 50s movie.
The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, old. Not that old. I think it's got Charlton Heston in it. You're not supposed to say actors, but you're not going to get this anyway. Ben-Hur. Was Charlton Heston in that?
I think you're right. That was actually a pretty good clue.
Yeah. How many? We got a lot.
Yeah, we got.
How many you got?
I got 3 over here.
I got 2 over here.
All right, not bad.
That's 5.
But I was the weak link once again.
No. No matter what, I would not have gotten that.
You want to try another round?
Why not?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Here we go. There's a small insect that
Bug's Life?
That's with a pig.
Oh my god! Charlotte's Web.
Yes.
Okay. It's like a future dystopia where there's different districts.
District 9?
Yes, but what's the name of that movie?
Oh,
come on. Hunger Games.
Hunger Games.
I'm sorry. I should have kept giving clues.
I was like,
what did we get? 2?
That was terrible. Let's try again.
All right. Wait, how many did we get? 1?
Yeah, you got Charlotte's Web, and I didn't get Hunger Games. So.
Oh, man. Here, let's put these in another pile. Let's get them out of there. Get bad luck. Are you ready?
Ready?
Here we go.
The amp goes to 11.
Oh, my God. They just did a reboot of it. Oh, my God.
If you have a really bad back injury, you hurt your...
Oh, my God. I can see it. I totally blank. Wait, don't tell me yet. The guys, oh, my God. Spinal Tap.
There it is. It's actually... This is Spinal Tap.
Oh, so I would have been wrong?
No, well, I would have given it to you, but...
Well, so much for starting out strong.
Right. One more time?
Yeah. You want to go first?
Sure. See if I can get one.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, we talked about this. It was the white car, and they capture things. It's they put them in a thing in New York City. Your brother loves the movie.
Oh, Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Okay. It's the Christmas movie about the little boy.
Christmas Story.
Whose family goes to Paris.
Whoa, Home Alone.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, the mother dies. It's a Disney movie cartoon about little animals.
Bambi?
Yes.
It's sort of a stop motion movie. It's a newer thing.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's a. Oh God. I think it's a Coen Brothers movie.
Stop Action Coen Brothers. No, I got no idea.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't think of anything. Like I saw it, but I couldn't think of anything specific that would like. Other than say there's a fox in it.
And that would
said
be
there's an alliteration with the F, maybe. I don't know.
Well, we got like 3.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Better than, not a record of 5 though. We start off strong.
Yeah. I'm gonna burn through the pile.
Let's go. Let's go.
Right, let's do it.
Who goes first?
I'll go first.
Okay, you ready?
Ready? Go. You haven't seen this movie.
Okay.
Harrison Ford, dystopian future. He's sort of a cop.
Blade Runner.
Yep.
Okay, this is a the slipper goes on the foot.
Sleeping Beauty.
No.
Cinderella.
You got it.
Okay, it's a bunch of kids in college. One kid.
Breakfast Club. No.
One kid passes away. They read.
Good Will
together.
Hunting.
That
kid passes away.
When you write, when it rhymes, you're a
No.
Dead Poets Society.
Oh. Okay, I've never seen it.
Really?
Yeah. Wait. What's the one that? Oh, Captain, My Captain.
Yeah, that's.
I thought that was Good Will Hunting. Or was that Dead Poets Society?
I think it's Dead Poets.
Oh, okay.
Society.
Yeah.
Good Will Hunting's the one where he's like the math genius.
That's right. Yeah.
And he puts the phone number up. How you like them apples?
Yeah. Man. All right, that was my fault.
That's all right. My clues could have been a little better.
I'm not really a drama guy for the movies, so I kind of fumbled on that one. All right, you ready?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Okay, this is a Kevin Spacey movie. It was weird. It was with the something floating in the wind. It was the divorced. He goes through the drive-through and he's working in the
American
drive-through.
Beauty.
Yes.
It's a bunch of kids. There's bad people trying to capture them.
Goonies?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Okay, this is a movie about a guy who can speak to animals. It was a Disney movie. And
Dr. Dolittle.
Yes.
It's a very serious movie about the Jewish culture.
Schindler's List.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Okay, this is a great one. Fava Beans.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yes.
Hannibal Lecter?
No.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a scene involving a piece of dessert, Stifler.
American Pie.
Okay.
Okay, this is a movie where the guy and his wife and his kid go into the scary Overlook Hotel.
Oh God, The Shining.
Yeah.
He yells out freedom. It's a war in the old times. Bruce.
Wait. I don't know.
Braveheart. Those were terrible clues.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's mine. I should have been able to give you better clues than
Well,
that.
how many did we get? Because you've been putting them in your pile. I got 4 here.
Dead Poets was the last one, so 3. So
Look at 7.
that was pretty good.
I think we go out on top.
Yeah, that's good.
That's impressive.
That's fun. That's always a good time. Even though I'm terrible at these, I feel like actually this version I'm a little bit better at.
I think so too. Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent. Hey Tim, I think it's about time for the report card.
Sounds good. In this episode, we play our Blockbuster game, and I gave you the clue that the movie The Fabulous Mr. Fox was a Coen Brothers movie, and that was completely incorrect. That's actually a Wes Anderson film.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
And also, we mentioned the fast-talking record by John Machida. We've actually reached out to John, and so we're hoping to have an interview with Mr. Machida and talk about his fast-talking, his Micro Machine commercials, and all the fun stuff that he's done over the years. So stay tuned for that.
So what grade do you want to give us this week?
Well, I think A+, right? Isn't that?
Yeah. A change of pace here.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Can't get enough Latch-Key Dad content? Well, check out LatchKeyDads.com.
That's right, Greg. On our website, we've got a plethora of photos from each episode, as well as other interesting links to content that we talk about on the show.
Yeah, Tim, I really enjoy all the pictures that you put up there, as they really bring the episode home.
Yeah, I guess I'm not afraid to show those embarrassing photos of my childhood. So, yeah, we encourage you to check out the website, LatchKeyDads.com, for all that content.
Excellent. And if you have a moment, check out our shop page where we've got really cool keychains for sale. If you don't know what to get your dad for Christmas, the holidays, Father's Day, birthday, check it out. It's a cool gift. Tim, did you know that listeners should like, review, and subscribe to the Latch-Key Dads podcast?
No. But now I know.
No,
Knowing is half the battle.